Hey everyone. So it looks like PES is back and out of lockdown with their Euro 2020 DLC. I've actually been playing a lot of PES this year, so I figured what the heck, I'd try it out and see what they've been up to. So I'm just going to do a quick introduction. Not really sure what part of the music and whatnot. I might get hit with copyright dings. So I'll do a quick introduction and I'll let you guys see the gameplay from one of the matches in the tournament between Switzerland and Wales. So for anybody who doesn't want to hear me talk for the first 2 minutes, you can skip to 2:45 to see the match. And there's actually a little bit of fresh introduction for the Euros from Peter Drury and Jim Beglin. So you can take a listen to that. I mean, it's not great, but it's more than I expected. So right now, just going through some of the teams, Konami has actually added, I think, all 55 UEFA national teams. I didn't update any of the squads, so, I mean, if you guys are seeing anything wrong with them, don't blame Konami, blame me. These are, I think, the actual groups. Again, haven't done, any close looking at it, but I'm pretty sure they're as close to real as they can be anyways. All in all, I think Konami's done a decent job, but I do miss the days when they would release these full games or patches, like World Cup '98 from FIFA, where you could do the whole qualification and stuff like that. This is basically something that just allows you to play through the entire cup. It's a 24 match. It's a 24 match Euro. So that's exciting if you want to play through it. They've got the new scoreboard, which I don't think anybody's seen yet, which is kind of cool. It's not even, to be honest, the scoreboard is lacking in some areas. It looks like Konami updated some of it, but some of it's still just the basic default PES 2020 eFootball scoreboard. So that part's a little bit disappointing. But on the whole, they seem to have done a good job. It just doesn't really seem like, beyond adding the teams and the kits, that there's really much else here in a couple of stadiums, I guess. I think Wembley and St. Petersburg. So we're getting pretty close to match start, so I hope you guys enjoy. If you actually want to see me play through the tournament, I mean, I don't know, leave a comment, hit the like button. Maybe you don't, whatever. It's up to you guys. Enjoy the rest of the video, and enjoy Wales and Switzerland. Take care.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to what is the opening day of the 16th European Championships. 55 UEFA member states tried their hand at becoming the finest of them all, but now we are left with just 24 who have made it to these finals en route to Wembley. Opening day certainly has a special feel to it, the atmosphere combustible but joyous as we usher in a new era for this competition, together with the hopes and aspirations of all that take part. Worth reminding ourselves too that 2020 is the 60th birthday of these championships, and it is for that special reason that the competition is being held right across the continent. Certainly this is a very, very impressive venue, quite a sight to behold. Here it is then, the first page of the first chapter of this special tournament.
All I hope is that these nations, as well as the players of course, can make a good account of themselves, and I also like the fact that such excitement isn't just something that one host country has the monopoly of. It's shared by so many people across the continent, literally, and that certainly created an extra special buzz. He's formed his contribution from good to great since he increased his appetite for goals, and boy, can he score a beauty.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He's Woodburn! Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And so we have the first set piece of the game. Bale! Decent hit from there. Granit Xhaka. Gets wrestled off the ball. Brooks. Woodburn. Ramsey. Played out to the right. Going for goal! A real chance and a real let-off. Granit Xhaka. Ricardo Rodriguez. Just brushed off the ball there. Just ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Woodburn tries to get it forward quickly. Defender's on the back foot. He's through, and it's a Bolo! Oh, what a wonderful stop!
Well, you can't ask for much more than that. A difficult moment he simply had to deal with.
And that's been levered clear. Gets it back. Brooks. Xhaka with a definite foul there. Ashley Williams. Good running with the ball. And the shot! Oh, really good feet from him. This could fall anywhere. Oh, that's a fine challenge.
Wales have been the more adventurous for me and productive, and now they have to add that clinical bit.
And it's played forward. And it's Mbolo. Mepham. Oh, that had to be more accurate. Ramsey battles to win it back. Switzerland are playing with a pleasing width here.
Especially that front line.
Is it working for you?
It's not movement for the sake of it, and yes, it is working for me. There's a purpose to create space.
Brooks. That's a throw. Rodriguez floats one over. Well, he acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Plays it long. Oh, good ball. It's a goal kick. Forward it goes. And he's away. Well, That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
That's a throw. Allen spreads it towards the left. Davis gets it into the middle. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. More than happy to take the muscular approach, and he has been fouled there. And he just whacks it away. And the shot! Goal! Switzerland! And Switzerland take the lead. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Granit Xhaka. Wales are trailing here with the first half almost done. Close up. Ricardo Rodriguez. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Woodburn. Now a chance to break. Cuts it out. Ramsey. Woodburn. Woodburn! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, I think a little eagerness just got the better of him. He may have been thinking about back page headlines there.
The ball's come loose and the chase is on. And we hit half-time. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Well, it hasn't exactly gone to plan so far, but there's no need to panic. There's still plenty of time to get back into this. As always, an early goal would help swing things back in their favour.
Here we go again.
Wales need to get the balance right to sort this out. Ambition must be complemented by just the right amount of caution, and I think the more experienced players can oversee that.
Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Brooks. And through to the goalkeeper. closer, does well there, alert. Hoists it forward, now surely! Ramsey. Across the field it goes. Ashley Williams, and it's played forward. Brooks. Ramsey tries to get it forward quickly. Rodriguez gets into the right position to intercept. Xhaka gets his foot in there. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And it's Mbolo. He's come loose. Talk about singling someone out.
Yeah, and they've made him a clear target of their focus to keep him as quiet as they possibly can.
And that's put paid to a promising move. And it's Mbolo. And he's surging through. He's gone for it!
Looking back on that, it was some save and potentially a big moment for the keeper and his team.
In with the challenge. And it's Mbolo. Bale. Hit long and direct. And that's been levered clear. Granit Xhaka. And now the breakaway. And it's Rodriguez. And it's got through. Cross deflected behind for a corner. And he's there to clear it. Has a pop! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work, though.
Davis. Williams plays it forward. Ramsey. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, they may be down, but they're far from out. In terms of chances, they're right up there with these opponents.
It's gone for a throw-in. Mepham. Allen goes looking. Tries a shot! They've scored! Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? And that... Bale. Roberts. Counter-attack is on here for Switzerland. Brings it forward. It could be in here. It's a Mbolo! Oh, should have put that away.
Mbolo fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Well, there There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
Brooks sticks in a foot to win it back. Shaqiri has got himself a free kick. So here comes the substitution. Brooks is being withdrawn here, but he's certainly made his mark.
Well, has he done enough since his goal? Is the feeling that he's lost his appetite for another? It's difficult to be sure.
He's having a go. Can he dig? Goes for goal! Oh, superb reflexes from the keeper. Rodriguez with the short one. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, Peter, I would say it was worth a try.
And it's Ramsey. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now. Wales merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
And it's hoisted clear.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Gets it back.
Well, what we're witnessing now just goes against the grain. They're not going to get back into the game like this.
And it's Mbolo. They need to get it in quick. Towering header! Rodriguez goes short. Overhit and out of play. Forward it goes. Plays it out to the wing. Forward it goes. Roberts. Time for a change in personnel.
Yeah, he's run himself into the ground, hasn't he? And it's good to see that the crowd appreciate his efforts, because he has put in a real honest shift.
The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, they've got a point, 3, of course, were preferable, but up and running for a new campaign. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
I don't think they'll be too upset about that. 1 point is okay, and steering clear of an open...